First story.
At dinner, the boy asked, "Dad, why does Mom always say, 'Do you remember what day it is?'" The room went cold. The dad slowly put down his fork. "That's not a question. It's a trap." The boy frowned. "But, isn't it just a date?" The dad shook his head. "I once said Tuesday. She didn't speak to me. Until the next anniversary." The boy's eyes widened. "What was the right answer?" "I still don't know. She never told me. I think it was the day we first held hands. Or, when we made soup together. Or maybe, when I said I'd clean the garage. I didn't." They both sat in silence. Then the boy whispered, "I'll never ask her that." The dad nodded. "Smart man. Live long."
Next story.
It was a quiet afternoon. The boy sat across from his dad at the kitchen table. Eyes narrowed. Tone serious. "Dad. Does Mom have superpowers?" The dad blinks. "Define superpowers." "You know. Like knowing stuff before it happens. Or teleporting. Or just, being everywhere at once." The dad puts down his coffee. "You sure you're ready for this?" The boy nods. The dad sighs. "All right then. First off, she doesn't teleport. She just appears exactly when you mess up. Like when I spilled juice last week. She was upstairs. Then bim, right behind you. No footsteps. No warning. Just what did you do?" The boy shivers. "Okay, but, what about reading minds?" The dad leans in. "She doesn't read minds. She reads guilt. If you walk past her with a secret, she'll tilt her head. And suddenly, you confess everything." Pause. "She knows about the missing cookies, doesn't she? She let you think you got away with it." "What? And that surprise art project you tried to hide?" "She framed it already." The boy's jaw drops. What else can she do? She hears everything. Even whispers from 2 rooms away. But pretends not to, until the perfect moment. "Wait, so when I said I'll fake a tummy ache to skip school." "Yeah. That's why you got packed lunch with broccoli." The boy gasps. "She's a genius." The dad nods. "But her greatest power?" "What?" "She can find anything that's lost. Socks. Toys. Your dignity." The boy stares. "So? Mom's basically a superhero?" The dad chuckles. "No, son. Superheroes try to save the world. Moms run it."
Next story.
One evening, the boy looked at his dad and asked, "Has Mom ever been really angry?" The dad froze. His spoon stopped midair. He didn't blink. Didn't breathe. Once. The boy leaned in. "What happened?" The dad spoke slowly. "She told me not to touch her cake in the fridge." Pause. "I touched it." The boy gasped. "What did she do?" The dad looked down. "I don't remember. I just woke up. 2 days later. With broccoli in my pockets." The boy whispered. "Was it worth it?" The dad stared at nothing. "It was red velvet." They both nodded. In silent fear.
Next story.
One evening. The boy sat next to his dad, confused. "Dad," he said. "Why does Mom always ask things she already knows the answer to?" The dad closed his book slowly. Looked into the distance. And said, "That's called a test of the soul." The boy blinked. "A what?" The dad nodded. She knows the answer. She just wants to know. If you know. That she knows. What you did. The boy squinted. That sounds complicated. Exactly, the dad whispered. She once asked me. Did you eat the last slice of cake? I said no. The boy tilted his head. Did you? I did. The dad sighed. She showed me a picture of the empty plate. From a security cam. I didn't know we had. The boy gasped. Why would she even ask, then? To give me a chance. To dig my own grave with a spoon. The boy shivered. So what do I do, when she asks? Simple. The dad said. You say. What would you like the truth to be? Just then. Mom walked in. Did someone forget to take out the trash? The boy panicked. The dad? He just whispered. I love you, son. And slowly faded behind the couch.
Next story.
The boy asked. Dad. Why do you look scared? When mom asks if she looks fat. The dad didn't blink. Because that question. My boy. Is not a question. It's a trap. The boy frowned. But what do you say? I say. Babe. You look perfect. Like always. Then I immediately compliment her hair. To distract the missile. The boy stared. That works? The dad nodded. Once. Then I messed up and asked if we had dessert. The boy blinked. What happened? She said. So I do look fat. Son. I slept on the couch. With the dog. Who was also in trouble.
Next story.
The boy noticed something strange. Every time mom walked in and said, notice anything different? Dad would suddenly forget how to breathe. So one day, he asked, Dad, why do you always freeze when mom asks if you noticed something? The dad looked like he just saw a ghost. He whispered, that's not a question. It's a trap. The boy blinked. But what's so hard about noticing? The dad leaned in. Because if I say, your hair. And it was actually her nails. I die. If I say, your dress. And it's the same one she wore last week. I die slower. The boy gulped. So, what should you say? The dad smiled. A broken, experienced smile. I say. Of course I noticed. But I didn't want to ruin the surprise. The boy frowned. Wait, that doesn't even mean anything. The dad nodded. Exactly. That's why I'm still alive. Just then, mom walked in. Notice anything different? The boy turned to dad, nervous. But dad? He dropped to the floor and played dead. The boy whispered. Smartest man I know.
Next story.
One evening, the boy asked. Dad. Why does mom say, I'm fine? But look like she's about to explode? The dad stared into the distance. Like he was reliving a war. He spoke softly. That's not fine. That's code 4. You better figure out what you did. Before I remember everything you've ever done. The boy blinked. So, what do you do when she says it? The dad replied. I clean the house. Buy chocolate. Compliment her hair. Even if she just woke up. The boy whispered. Does it work? The dad sighed. No. But it delays the storm. Just then. Mom walked in and said. Dinner's ready. And yes, I'm fine. Both father and son froze. The boy turned pale. We're gonna die, aren't we? The dad nodded. With full stomachs.
Next story. It was a calm night. The boy looked up and asked, "Dad, has Mom ever lied?" The dad smiled. But it wasn't a happy smile, more like a veteran remembering war. Once, he said, "She told me the cookies were all gone." The boy blinked, but I saw the jar, it was full. I know she hid them in a box labeled spinach. The boy's jaw dropped. Spinach, the dad nodded slowly. That's how I knew she's not just smart. She's dangerous. They sat in silence next to the cookie jar. Neither dared open it. Next story.
While doing homework, the boy asked, "Dad, what did Mom do before she married you?" The dad paused, looked around, lowered his voice. "She worked in security." The boy raised an eyebrow. "Like mall security?" The dad shook his head. "No. More like interrogation." The boy blinked. "Like the army?" The dad leaned closer. "She once got me to admit I ate her fries. By just raising an eyebrow." "One eyebrow." The boy gasped. "You confessed?" "I told her everything. Even stuff I didn't do. I even apologized for things my grandfather did." Now the boy knows. Never lie to Mom. She doesn't guess. She extracts.